Welcome to the world of online learning. We at GK Online Learning Tutorial provides its subscribers the topics from software engineering, project management, quality management, strategic management, mathematics and other topics. Today's topic is software requirement engineering. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for continuous support. The second model is the iterative waterfall model. It is the extension of the waterfall model. This model is almost the same as that of waterfall model, except some modifications are made to improve the performance of the software development. The iterative waterfall model provides customers feedback path from each phase to its previous phase. In a practical software development project, the classical waterfall model is hard to use. So iterative waterfall model can be thought as an thought because it incorporates the necessary changes to the classical waterfall model to make it useful in practical software development projects. It is almost the same as the classical waterfall model, except some changes made to increase the efficiency of the software development. The iterative waterfall model provides feedback paths from every phase to its preceding phases, which is the main difference from the classical waterfall model. When errors are detected in some later phases, these feedback paths allow correcting errors communicating by programmers during some phase. The feedback path allows the path to be reworked in which errors are communicated and these changes are reflected in the later phases. But there is no feedback path to the phase feasibility study because once a project has been taken, does not give up the project easily. It is good to detect errors in the same phase in which they are committed. It reduces the effort and time required to correct the errors. Then comes prototyping model. The prototyping model is one of the most popular used software development models. This model is used when customers do not know the exact project requirement beforehand. The process starts by interviewing the customers and developing the incomplete high-level paper model. Prototyping is defined as a process of developing a working replication of a product or system that has to be engineered. It offers a small-scale facsimile of the end product and is used for obtaining customer feedback. The prototyping model is one of the most popular model used in the SDLC cycle. This model is used when the customers do not know the exact project requirements. In this model, a prototype of the end product is first developed, tested and refined as per customer feedback repeatedly till a final acceptable prototype is achieved, which forms the basic for developing the final product. In this process model, the system is partially implemented before or during the analysis phase, thereby giving the customers an opportunity to see the product early in the life cycle. The process started by interviewing the customers and developing the incomplete high-level paper model. This document is used to build the initial prototype supporting. Once the customer figures out the problems, the prototype is further refined to eliminate them. The process continues till the user approves the prototype and finds the working model to be satisfactory. Then comes evolutionary model. It is also called as the successive version model or incremental model. At first, a simple working model is built. Subsequently, it undergoes functional improvements and we keep on adding new functions till the desired system is built. So, it's a combination of iterative and incremental model of software development lifecycle. The evolutionary development model divides the development cycle into smaller incremental waterfall model in which users are able to get access to the product at the end of each cycle. It suggests breaking down of work into smaller chunks, prioritizing them and then delivering those chunks to the customers one by one. The number of chunks is huge and is the number of deliverables made to the customer. The main advantage is that the customer's confidence increases as he constantly gets quantifiable goods or service from the beginning of the project to verify and validate his requirements. The model allows for changing requirements as well as the work is broken down into manageable work chunks. Then comes the last one, that is spiral model. The diagrammatic representation of this model appears like a spiral with many loops. The exact number of loops in the spiral is not fixed. Each loop of the spiral represents the phase of the software process. The spiral model combines the idea of iterative development with the systematic controlled aspect of the waterfall model. It allows incremental releases of the product or incremental refinement through each iteration around the spiral. It's one of the most popular software development lifecycle model which provides support for risk handling. In its diagrammatic representation, it looks like a spiral with many loops. The exact number of loops of the spiral is unknown and can vary from project to project. Each loop of the spiral is called the phase of the software development process. The exact number of phases needed to develop the product can be varied by the project manager depending upon the project risks. As the project manager dynamically determines the number of phases, so the project manager has an important role to develop a product using spiral model. The radius of the spiral at any point represents the expenses, that is the cost of the project so far. And the angular dimension represents the progress made so far in the current phase. So here it gives you the quadrants. There are totally 4 quadrants. Each phase of spiral model is divided into 4 quadrants as given in the previous slide. The functions of each quadrant. The first quadrant is used for object setting or object determination and identify alternative solutions. The second quadrant is used for risk assessment and reduction or identify and resolving risks. Third quadrant, it is for development and validation or develop the next version of the product. That is, during the third quadrant, the identified features are developed and verified through testing. At the end of the third quadrant, the next version of the software is available. And the fourth quadrant, review and planning. That is, review and plan for the next phase. In the fourth quadrant, the customers evaluate the so far developed version of the software. In the end, planning for the next phase is started. This is the end of the session. If you are having any queries, please write to me. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel for continuous support. Thank you.